a lot of people think about a down payment when they think about buying a property, and they know what kind of funds they need set aside in order to be able to get the financing, but they don't think about the deposit, because you got to have the deposit on hand within 24 hours when you make an offer on a property. So how's it going, guys? Mitch here with Century 21 in Peterborough, and today we're going to go over a quick topic, which is how much money do I need for a deposit when I go to place an offer on a house? Okay, so let's talk about the size of the deposit. What's a reasonable deposit for an offer on a property in Peterborough or in the surrounding area? It's very typical to see deposits on average priced homes. In situations where you're not in competition, the deposit is anywhere between $2,000, $5,000, sometimes up to $10,000, but normally hovering more around an average of that $3,000 range when you're not in competition and when you're offering on an average price property. Now, when you get into competition, things totally change. We're seeing this all the time right now, where a very high number of the properties that are listed for sale are going into multiple offers. Whether a listing is holding offers till a certain date and they're receiving multiple offers on that date, or they're not holding offers and they still enter into multiple offer situation because they have so many showings in the first 24 hours and the buyers end up in competition just the same. As soon as you're in competition, the size of the deposit is likely going to change. While there's sometimes no real reason to put down a deposit of $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 on a property when you're the only one offering and the property's been on the market for, call it 30, 60 days, as soon as there's other competing offers, upping your deposit is a way to make your offer stronger in the eyes of the seller and give you a better chance at winning the deal. So what is a strong deposit in our Peterborough market when you're in a multiple offer situation? It depends on the property purchase price. If you're below $500,000, it's common to see multiple offers going in with deposits around $10,000, $15,000, but there'll be a lot of them that are still down around $5,000. And if you're purchasing a property or trying to purchase a property in excess of $500,000, $600,000, it's not uncommon to see offers with $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 deposits, but they're not normally too much in excess of that until you start getting into some really high-end properties. Okay, so why is this important to think about right now? Because a lot of people think about a down payment when they think about buying a property, and they know what kind of funds they need set aside in order to be able to get the financing, but they don't think about the deposit, because you got to have the deposit on hand within 24 hours when you make an offer on a property. So for example, if you have all of your funds tied up in a mutual fund that you couldn't liquidate in 24 hours, or if you had all your funds in an RRSP and you're going to use the first-time buyers RRSP plan, then you might not be able to access those funds in time to put down a sizable deposit. So even though you might have $20,000, $30,000 plus for a down payment, if you only have access to $2,000 in liquid cash when you go to place that offer and you're in a multiple offer situation and you're a first-time buyer on a property, that could really compromise your position and your ability to compete and potentially get that property. Okay, so if you're from the GTA, you probably had a bit of a sigh of relief, because I know that a lot of properties down there are seeing deposits in excess of $100,000 and numbers even much crazier than that. If you are moving to Peterborough, rest easy. You're not going to need to keep $100,000 in liquid cash that you're going to have to place as a deposit, or that you're going to have to put forward in an offer situation. Of course, if you have those funds available, it might help your cause in a multiple offer situation, but it's not totally necessary, and you can probably follow whatever advice your agent gives you, and generally speaking, you're going to be able to kind of follow some of the guidelines that I laid out earlier in the video. Okay, that's it, everyone. Hopefully this was helpful. A quick little bit on deposits. Let me know if you have any further questions. Look forward to chatting with you guys soon.